Hey guys, welcome back to some more videos, and I probably won't be able to upload this till tomorrow, but I might be able to upload this tonight. But this is actually the first recording we've been doing on our laptop because I had to do the previous recordings on my phone, and we're not doing we're not going to be doing a pay-per-view today, pay-per-view review today. We're gonna do that for Money in the Bank on Sunday. And this particular video, though, we're discussing Roman Reigns and discussing what we think about Roman Reigns and what we think should happen with Roman Reigns, what we think, and how we feel about how people are, basically reacting to him being as champion and stuff like that. So, Colton, if you have any thoughts, you can share.
Well, for starters, I like him as he is. He's a nice human being. He's a nice person. And the thing that kind of ticks me off is with people is they hate him just because he's not good on the mic. He's not a good wrestler, and you expect him to get better over time, but he's still very young in his career. He's only 30, and that's pretty young for a wrestler. And I just don't like how everyone just hates on him. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I understand, oh, he's not good on the mic. Oh, he can't do that. Oh, he can't do that. But a Cena 2.0, he is not a Cena 2.0. He is going to be the first Roman Reigns and the last Roman Reigns. How would you like it if people were booing you every single night and saying, you suck, you don't know how to wrestle, I hope you die, or something like that? That's how he gets it. And I'm pretty sure he just puts in the back of his mind, like, oh well, but sometimes that stuff wouldn't fly. Like, I would punch a fan if they said that to me. Straight up. Like CM Punk did.
Yeah, I've seen some of the comments, especially I believe wasn't his birthday.
Oh my
Some
god.
of some of the comments on there were pretty harsh.
Like, it's his birthday, let him off.
Yeah, it's just
Happy birthday to the worst WWE champion. No, he is not the worst WWE champion.
the thing about Roman Reigns though is that I'm a huge fan of Roman Reigns. I've been a fan of Roman Reigns, when I
Since
came.
the Shield.
Yeah, well, that wasn't when I was watching WWE.
I like the Shield.
I really do wish though that I was watching at that time because I'm a fan of the Shield now, but they're broken up now, so that's why it kind of sucks for me because I never got to see the Shield on a live. Actually, you know what? I did see a Shield match. It was back in 2013, so it was back when the Shield was actually very, very new. And that I seen that match between them and three other people, and I think it was honestly I can't remember, but I do remember that match, and it was a good match. They were all wrestling good. Dean Ambrose, of course, was the lunatic of the three. Seth Rollins was the architect, and Roman Reigns the powerhouse. And they've all went solo now. I mean, Seth Rollins has been successful as a heel, and Dean is successful being a crazy dude doing these extreme matches, and Roman's just
Money in the Bank. Let him win
yeah.
Money in the Bank.
And the people were behind Roman for a while, but it all changed, I think, when Royal Rumble 2015 happened because with Daniel Bryan being eliminated so early, when Roman Reigns won, people wanted Daniel Bryan to at least have, they weren't. I've seen videos of people saying they didn't want Daniel Bryan to, they didn't want him to full out win. I mean, it would have been nice, but they wanted him to at least compete longer. And they didn't just boo Roman Reigns; they booed everybody that came in. They booed The Rock. They booed everybody that came in. And yes, I will say this: it is bullcrap that Daniel Bryan got eliminated the way because that'd be like, let's say a good wrestler who has a lot of fans. That'd be like AJ Styles coming in and him getting in there for maybe 10, 15 minutes and then getting eliminated just out of the blue and out of the basic moves because it wasn't anything advanced.
It's just because people were mad at because Daniel Bryan got eliminated so early. It's like, can you hop off the man for a little bit? Like, he's gone now and it's over. But people just keep just want him back, and he's not coming back. And I really didn't like his character. I'll be straight up with you guys, and I'll get hate on this, but I don't really care because I didn't like him. I didn't like this whole yes no thing. I liked it when he came in, was quiet, and was getting beat up, but still he would win.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that Daniel Bryan too.
I would have liked that Daniel Bryan if he just had a bigger beard, the same thing. I would have liked it no matter what. But since he became all yes and no, man, I was like, okay, this is getting really annoying. You know, stop. And it's nothing. And it's like everyone just wants Daniel Bryan to win. Like he's not always gonna win. Like if it was just Daniel Bryan, I wouldn't be happy if he was always just winning. Yeah. A lot of other people wouldn't be happy if he was just always winning. You gotta let the man lose, and you gotta let the man win. That's what Roman does. He'll win some, he'll lose some.
That's just what happens in wrestling. I mean, sometimes you win some. You know, Hulk Hogan didn't win every single match. The Rock didn't win every single match. Stone Cold didn't win. John Cena didn't win every single match. Close, but not every single match.
Undertaker.
Yeah, Undertaker never really he was undefeated, I guess, WrestleMania that eventually ended, but you know, even after, like, you know, outside WrestleMania, you know, he wasn't undefeated, never got beat. No, it's been people that's beat Undertaker, people have beat, you know, these big names,
Triple H,
John Cena. Yeah, these are world heavyweight champions. And yeah, they've been beat. I mean, eventually, sometimes they gotta lose, but with Daniel Bryan, the people chose him. The people were behind him. I wasn't watching wrestling when the Yes Movement began. You know, with Triple H and Daniel Bryan were feuding, and the whole Yes Movement was formed against the Authority. I wasn't watching at the time. I seen one episode from the 2014 year before WrestleMania, and it was one where Brie Bella and Nikki Bella were rivaling.
And that was a terrible thing.
Yeah, Stephanie got involved. No, it was Vicky. Vicky Guerrero got involved with it.
Stephanie.
No, Stephanie?
It was Stephanie because Brie, I believe it was Brie. She was mad at Stephanie for something. And yeah, it was Brie. It was Brie. I remember it was Brie.
Because I remember that during that match, Nikki Bella was talking a lot of crap to Brie Bella.
I hope you died in the womb.
Yeah.
Like, what the?
Yeah, that's the Raw I seen.
WWE, what was that? That was just a cold hard move.
Yeah, but they're cool now, so it's like weird seeing that rivalry now.
But back to the whole subject, it's like give a man a break. He's working non-stop. He's on the road. People say he's not committed. People say he's not a good champion.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
He is committed. He loses out on his anniversary, his daughter's birthday, his family. He doesn't get to see his family all that often.
By the way, guys, before we continue, I didn't mean to interrupt at all. I just figured that we say this because we already know it's the comment section is going to be, you know, very split down the middle. I mean, some people like Roman Reigns, some people don't like Roman Reigns, but if you are not a fan of Roman Reigns, that is totally fine.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't care if you hate somebody. Hate the gimmick. Not the wrestler, just hate the gimmick.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns' gimmick is trash. Roman Reigns as a person is a very nice person.
It's like The Miz. I mean, we hate The Miz.
But he's a really nice person.
Yeah, in real life.
I wouldn't, like in real life, I'd be like, yeah, I don't like you, but your character sucks, but you're probably a nice person in real life. I've seen Swerve, and he acts like a total goofball.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh, and I'm like, okay, he's a goofball outside the ring. So
nothing's personal like that when it comes to wrestling. We don't hate the guys in real life. No, we just hate the character or dumb gimmicks or something like that. You know, that's what you do with professional wrestling. That's what's different about this sport than other sports.
Like UFC than NBA.
Because in UFC, it's just you can say Chuck Liddell is better than this guy.
Chuck Liddell's better than Rampage.
There's not really a story behind it.
They just fight.
Yeah, they fight, and that's what it's all about. And I really do like to watch UFC. I watch it, you know, if I ever catch it on TV, I watch UFC. I'm not one of those guys who's like, you know, because I know there's people do this. They're like, oh, WWE is better than WWE all the way. I'm like, you know what? I like both. I like UFC and WWE because, you know, I like professional wrestling, but I like fights. So, I mean, you know, they're both good in my opinion. I don't hate one, not hate the other.
Like, why would you hate both?
Yeah. I don't know, not both, but like hate one. But like some people have said that they're fans of wrestling, they hate UFC, and I'm just like, I like
Bruh.
both of them. I like UFC and wrestling.
I like both too. Like I literally watched the fight between it was back when Brock Lesnar was back in it, and it was him and not Chuck Liddell. What did I say? That Frank Mir, and it was the second time they fought after Frank Mir made him tap out, and basically it was not a good fight for Frank Mir. Brock Lesnar was not happy, and he beat him pretty dang good, and he didn't stop.
Yeah, but discussing Roman Reigns is I'm a fan. This is just how I think of it. I'm a fan of Roman Reigns. I've always been a fan of Roman Reigns since I came back to WWE and started watching it. And early 2015, I've been a fan of Roman Reigns. Um, and I think the pay per view that I came back to that was really being hyped. I think was after the Rumble. It was Fastlane, so I don't think it was really.
It was
Well,
Fastlane.
yeah, but then that was early 2015, right?
Yeah. 15,
Yeah,
16.
because 15 because that's like in April usually around
Yeah,
April.
it took eliminate. No, it's in February because it took Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, yeah.
Chamber was in February.
And I do remember a lot of hype because the Rumble's over with. That's when I found out about WWE, and my friend was like,
And it was called Boo Rumble or something like that because everyone wanted to kill Roman Reigns. Like there's grown men out there that's like cussing him out and telling him to go do stuff.
I've seen videos of the crowd like he'll be right there, and the crowd's just yelling at him.
I seen a video of this girl. She was wearing a Seth Rollins shirt. She literally pushed Roman Reigns. And if I was Roman, I think I would have kind of a little bit of snapped. I wasn't a hit or anything because they're not going to go into the jail. But I would have turned back around like, who do you think you're pushing, girl?
Like, I'm Roman Reigns. It's funny. No, he wouldn't do that. But it's just I get it. People don't want him as champion. As a Roman Reigns fan, I think it'd be better. And Colton made a good point on this. It'd be better if Roman Reigns dropped the title, and if he stayed back for a couple months, get a new gear, get a new idea behind him, behind Roman Reigns, and improve his mic skills. If he came back as sort of a new and improved Roman Reigns,
new theme song, new gear, new Titantron, new everything,
because he still has the Shield.
And don't let him talk. Like just let him go out there. Don't let him hold a mic, and like they'll be talking all this crap, and he'll say like one word or something. He'll beat the crap out of Mecca, and then boom, instant.
That would be good because Roman Reigns, the Roman Reigns that I started watching back in 2015 when he was going into the main event Wrestling 31. I remember the hype for Fastlane. It was him versus Daniel Bryan. And the thing about Roman Reigns then was that he did not get on the microphone that much. He got on there a few times, to say some stuff here and there, but it wasn't like
suffering.
Yeah, it was just down to business. Hey, I'm gonna fight you and I'm gonna beat you. Okay, that's good because it's basic. That's what Roman Reigns is. He's a talk very little, but fight a lot kind of dude. Hit hard, hit often. And that's why I was a fan of Roman Reigns, because it was one versus all, one man versus everything, and that's a cool idea because like him rebelling against the authority and stuff like that. And it was really cool. And I noticed that when he became champion, they gave him a lot of these really, not even that before he became champion. Just later on, they started giving him, like after WrestleMania 31, they started giving him these lines that were just not Roman Reigns. And that's when people really started not liking his character because he was delivering lines that were stuff that was not Roman Reigns. Hang on, guys, we got a notification here. I'm just gonna exit that. Stupid computer notifications, but anyways, it was just they gave him these lines that he should not have said. It just should have been down to business. Hey, you want to fight me? I'll fight you. I'll beat the crap out of you. It should have been just down to the point and just simple talk. But then they give him these big sentences now, like, well, I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy. And you know how many people hate that line? Like, that was one of the reasons of people booing him so much because he keeps saying he's the guy. He's the guy. He is the guy. I mean, obviously he's the champion, but the crowd doesn't want him to be the guy. They want somebody like Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, JJ Styles, which those are all,
I
you
thought
know,
you just said JJ Styles.
no, AJ, AJ, but AJ is still early in his WWE career.
But you gotta think about it. They gotta give him a belt here sooner or later.
They
He's
gotta
39.
they gotta give him a
He's
mid-card
showing
belt.
it. He's showing his age. That's the same thing with all these old guys. Like, you boo Cena now, but then 10, well not 10, well like, yeah, like 10, 15 years later, you're gonna be like, I kinda miss Cena.
We started missing Cena when he left. It wasn't just that I'm a fan of John Cena too, and people would go, oh no, he's a fan of Roman Reigns and John Cena.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, but not everybody hates and despises Roman Reigns and John Cena. But
Just think of the stuff they do for these kids that are dying.
yeah,
Like if you're hating this guy that does all this stuff for these kids, so you're basically saying, okay, I don't care for this kid, but I'm gonna hate this guy. That's basically what you're saying. I'm gonna hate this guy and not care for what he does.
yeah, but you gotta admit though, John Cena
Does so much for these kids.
that too. He does a lot of charity. Although I will agree though, CM Punk made good points. That's why I kind of miss CM Punk being in WWE because he brought a lot of truth to it, a lot of reality to it, and
New
it's
York
really,
Yankees.
yeah. And he made a good point. I mean, John Cena for a while there, and I could say probably a little bit still, he was the poster boy. I mean, he was on every single poster. He was on the Titantron. He was on Pro. He was everywhere. But still, I thought John Cena was still a capable, the face of the company. I still thought he could fight good. I mean, not really wrestle. He's not really the strongest wrestler, not really a technical, wrestler, but he is good in the microphone. Delivers some really good performances in the microphone.
I'm not gonna say it PG.
Yeah.
That was funny though.
I mean, he's good in the microphone. Does good stuff for kids. The whole never give up thing is very positive. But still he'll fight if he needs to. So
See,
I'm a fan of John. I've always been a fan of John Cena since the Chain Gang.
This post that really made me mad. It had like CM Punk, I think Damien Mizdow, a whole bunch of these guys. It said when Chris Jericho, I know was one of them, said when they hit the mic, you shut the hell up. And it had Roman and Cena at the bottom. It said when these two hit the mic, you hit the mute button. Like no, Cena's funny on the mic. Roman, he's actually getting a lot better.
He is improving. I did notice that.
He did really good on Monday. Like he wasn't like stuttering. He looked dead at Seth Rollins and said like a couple words. I was like, there you go.
I think there was even one time that he said a sentence. I think it was that Success sentence. He was like, took a lot to string that sentence together, didn't it? Basically showing that he can deliver promos with good sentences and stuff like that, and very straightforward sentences and stuff. But what should happen with Roman? Like, first of all, what's the problem with Roman? Like, what are the problems with Roman Reigns that need to be fixed? First of all, mic skills. Second of all, wrestling is. I actually think he's actually a pretty good wrestler. I don't understand people keep saying he can't wrestle. I think he's more of a hard hitter.
That's
so
why
he doesn't really, So he's not really technical.
I like the move he did against AJ. I think at Extreme Rules, he
picked him up.
He got the Celtic Cross kind of move,
and then he
powerbombed.
Yeah, that was a good move. I seen that. I was like, okay, a new move. That John Cena did the springboard.
Yeah, like
stunner.
I remember when Cena did the first spring towards stunner. I was like, okay, that's new. Finally.
Yeah, and then remember he did that one move where he 2015 where he holds the arm up like that. Does that and does that. He doesn't do that anymore, but he does these new moves and he just trashes them like in a few months. But with Roman Reigns, he's not really a bad wrestler. He's just more his style. I think he's not technical. He's more just a hard hitter. His hits are actually really good. Like, I swear, there's never been one hit that he's done that I didn't buy. I always bought his Superman punches, really hitting somebody in the face. The way that he hits, he doesn't do it the Miz style where he opens his fist. He actually does look like he's connecting it. Just whenever he hits and whenever he does clotheslines, they look effective. Spear, and Superman Punch, they all look effective to me. I can buy all those moves. Um, but
And I think why other people hate him is because they want like smaller guys as champion. I'm guessing like Seth
yeah,
and
it's a new.
me.
They're saying it's part of the whole new generation of wrestling. People don't want these big guys as like big guys as the man, like the top champion. They want people like Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan was really. I think Daniel Bryan was the start of that. Like that's when people really started getting behind. You know,
Well, you want to hear a secret?
but
Vince doesn't care.
exactly, Vince doesn't really honestly care.
I mean, I've heard rumors about when the brand split happens. I heard the first champion on SmackDown is going to be AJ.
That'll be good. Are they gonna bring back the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight
I
Championship?
pray to God they do because I
I
missed that.
miss those titles, man. Those are good titles. And it was a good split because SmackDown had their title and Raw had their title. And did you know something? Raw and SmackDown both had their own pay-per-views. You
I
know,
remember that.
I think it was SmackDown was Judgment Day, and then
I
Raw was
remember
Backlash.
SmackDown was No Way Out. That was when Eddie beat Brock for the WWE Championship.
And then I can't remember what Raw's was. Which one was Raw? Survivor Series or SummerSlam? Because I know that they both got two big pay-per-views.
I think Raw was. I can't remember. I think it was SummerSlam.
It had to have been Survivor Series on SmackDown because Undertaker was there
Yeah, it had
and he was on SmackDown. So
he was like the main SmackDown guy.
yeah, it was like I think John Cena was the Raw guy, and Undertaker was a SmackDown guy. Rey Mysterio was also a big SmackDown guy as well.
And Orton was a big Raw guy.
Triple H was a big Raw guy as well. You know, I just miss the old school wrestling because there were so many ideas behind it. And I'm not trying to talk about again the subject of today's wrestling, but with wrestling, I mean, they just don't really give up that much storylines anymore.
And the thing that they need to start bringing back and do it legitimately is blood.
Yeah, because you know, even though
The one blood that Roman hit Triple H in the head with the TV, that was real. But the one that y'all thought was real with Roman was his
the
fake.
broken nose was
Yeah.
a fake blood pack, so it's showing WWE's nest for making probably some changes. And also, Colt, did you know that this is a new era that we're in? Yeah, WWE called it the new era. Like I think it's just called the new era.
It's called the New Era.
It doesn't seem any different at all. It's the same era.
Because the same people are winning. You don't see Sami Zayn winning. You don't see Neville. Neville's still out with that ankle injury.
Yeah.
You don't see young guys winning. You see the big power horse guys winning. Which, hopefully at Money in the Bank, I hope they do this right. I honestly hope they just do this. Money in the Bank, everyone says Kevin Owens wins. But I hope Dean wins. Because for one, a triple threat Shield match that we've all been waiting for. Have Roman beat Seth. Have Dean come out. Have Dean hit Dirty Deeds on the briefcase, cash it in on Roman. 1, 2, 3. Dean wins. And the next pay-per-view, which will probably be, I have no idea.
What's next month?
July.
July. When's SummerSlam?
August.
Um,
I know SummerSlam because that's when we always got it. Because it was in my birthday. I don't know what would be in
July. I'm not sure. But problems with Roman Reigns, mic skills,
getting better
new gimmick needs a new gimmick. The one he's at right now is sort of getting a little, I don't know. I don't want to call it stale. It's not stale. It's just it's not working. It's just not working. The fans are not wanting this, this persona. If Roman Reigns would come back with new attire,
no
brand,
Shield stuff on.
yeah, no Shield because he's pretty much he's still in Shield mode. I mean, you got the music from the Shield still. It's a little bit different sounding, but it's still the basic beat. And you got he's got the security vest on, or what is it, the SWAT team vest, the whole SWAT team gear. He still got that on. So they need to give Roman Reigns a new look, a new attitude, make him a more down to business fighter. And you know what? Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Roman as a heel.
That's what I think
He'd be a decent heel.
that's what I think that they need to do during Money in the Bank. I think Triple H should come out and Seth's gonna be winning or something, and then Triple H turns on Seth. And Triple H pedigree Seth, and then Roman beats him, and then Roman and Triple H come together and become big. And next thing you know, bada bing, bada boom, Roman's heel, and everybody's like, where did this come from? And then Seth's gonna be a babyface, and he's gonna be a babyface, and then Roman's gonna be the big old nasty heel.
Yeah, because if that happens, then I won't mind Roman Reigns being champion again. If that happens, then, it's good for him to retain the title again because, it's giving him a different persona. You're giving him a different, character and different ideas behind Roman Reigns. And so those are the problems. The good things that Roman Reigns has nailed, they should not fix, is his moveset is pretty decent. I don't really have a problem with him. Some people said that he can't wrestle. I watched a video a couple days ago. There's a compilation of these different things from Roman Reigns, and the crowd was chanting, "You're boring," "You can't wrestle," "You suck," "You still suck." These crowd chants that I get it. You guys do not want him as champion. I get that, but it's just brutal. Some of the stuff that they do. Did you hear about fans throwing stuff at Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
They scream at him on Facebook. His whole birthday thing, that was terrible.
And people tell like his fans to grow up. Like,
yeah,
y'all grow up. Cause y'all
yeah.
are literally pushing a full-grown man, and y'all are literally screaming at a full-grown man, telling him, "You suck. You should go die. You can't wrestle." When if you were to go sit out there and defend that title 24/7, you couldn't do it because you are not in shape. You can't do it, and people would say you can't wrestle. You can't do it. I know I couldn't do it. Nate couldn't do it. Y'all couldn't do it. So I don't know why everyone just starts. Oh,
I don't. Yeah,
you
I don't
suck,
get
you
it.
can't wrestle. Like I want to see y'all go out there and try to do what he does every single night, and you will break down. You will try. You will sweat. You will want to not do it. How do you think he feels when he gets hate after hate after hate? He probably looks at his Facebook and sees all this hate, and he's like, "You gotta be kidding me!" It's like another day, and it's like he probably hates it. Like he probably just wants it to stop. Like I want to see all the people that say he can't wrestle go out there and wrestle. I want to see someone wrestle Kurt Angle that says he can't wrestle. Bet you can't because Kurt Angle will freaking dominate you. Any of them guys will dominate you. So before you're saying they can't wrestle, think before you do. Miz, yeah, he really can't wrestle.
He really can't.
He can't do anything.
There are those people in WWE who just cannot wrestle. And there's some people who just can wrestle but don't have a good persona. People with a good wrestling skill but not a good persona. Good example. I'm a fan of Justin Gabriel. I know it kind of talks about his whole Royal Rumble drama theme with Justin Gabriel, but I thought he could actually wrestle really good. I mean, I've seen his match. I've seen a lot of his matches actually, and then he can wrestle, but his persona really wasn't that good because I don't really remember him delivering a lot of lines. He was more of just that guy who just showed up and wrestled. Yeah. I honestly can't remember a time he talked. Like I can't remember a promo he did. Maybe you guys can and leave a link or something like that. But I've never seen him talk before. Maybe he did, but Justin Gabriel was a good wrestler, but his persona wasn't really that good because he didn't really build his character up to having dialogue and again, talented dude. I love his matches. He could really wrestle really good. But his character just didn't have a lot of development behind it. And there's been many people over the years who've come into WWE and they had the wrestling nailed. They could wrestle really good. But when it came to their persona, it was like nobody could really remember it. People really didn't get behind it. There's just been multiple times where that's happened. And you know, just multiple superstars over the year have had that. But Roman Reigns' persona is actually a decent persona. They need to just fix it a little bit. You know, go over, you know, go over the problems. You know, his mic skills. You know, if he has bad mic skills, make him not really talk that much. Make him more of a down to just fight anybody. And if he does it in the microphone, just make it serious, make it simple. Make it be like, I'll fight you, I'll beat you up, I'll be still the champion. Okay, that's a that's good because he's not really delivering these silly lines, these lines that are just lame and not Roman Reigns. Um, but do you have any problems with Roman Reigns they think they should fix and go over?
That's what you said, just mic skills and stuff like that. Like, that's the only thing I have a problem with is like mic skills. Like, other than that, he's one of a really good person, and it just bugs me so much when people just hate on him for no reason. Like, you could just be like, oh yeah, Roman Reigns, and they be like, oh yeah, he sucks or something ignorant like that.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, like, grow up. Like,
And you know what? We hate the Miz, but we don't go on social media and freaking do death threats and freaking go to the extreme of. If I seen the Miz in real life at a WWE event, I wouldn't push him. I wouldn't do anything like that. I wouldn't scream at his face and tell him, "Hey, I wish you would die. I hate you, man." No, I'd boo him, but I wouldn't go to the extreme of doing that.
right, I wouldn't lay my hands on him.
Yeah, I'd boo him.
Like that one chick did on Roman. Like, she literally flat out pushed him, and not no like little like girl push. She like a man pushed him. And I was like, I just don't get it. Like, people are just so rude. Like, grow up. Like,
Yeah.
it's not the biggest thing in the world. Like, he's a wrestler.
And
You don't freaking go out there and put your hands on a performer. That's like me going out there, jumping the barricade, punching Miz in the face, and then walking away like nothing happened.
yeah, that's just not. It's just I don't know. Just in my opinion, just it's just not cool, man. Because even though if you don't want him as champion, I think death threats and
And just show him a little
yeah,
respect.
just show him a little bit of respect at least.
Like, on his
I
birthday,
know people
I
who
went,
just despise. They say like Roman Reigns can't do anything. I'm like, are you serious?
like, I went on Facebook and I was like, it was his birthday. I was like, I want to see it. I was like, all right, I gotta see this. I want to see how people set stuff on his birthday. Sure enough, first thing that pops up, happy birthday to the worst WWE champion, happy birthday to Boo Man. And there was this one person that struck me out, and I was happy that they said it. And they said, can you guys just be a little respectful? It's his birthday. Like, this man gets hate nonstop. Can you give him a little bit of freaking breathe room? Like, let him breathe and let him be happy and all that.
And I already know that in the comment section, even though we've already said if you're not a fan of Roman Reigns, then it's cool. We already know there's gonna be somebody in the comment section who is gonna say something because we're fans of Roman Reigns, because we're defending Roman Reigns. But it's just, you know, I've just seen videos and just heard some of the people said about Roman Reigns, and they're talking as if he has no talent at all.
Like, he's
No,
good.
he can fight. I mean, technically, he's not a really technical wrestler, but still, he's more of a power guy. Does power slams, slams, hard hits, power bombs and stuff like that. It's not really like submission moves and flips and springboard dives and stuff like that. It's just he's just that's just his style. He's a hard hitter, and I get that we're in this new age of wrestling, where people don't want these big guys. They don't want these big guys as champions and as the guy.
You're
But
gonna have to learn to adjust. Like, the people who like Roman Reigns, that actually like him for who he is, I like that about you guys. And the people who literally hate on him for no reason, y'all should feel ashamed of yourself. Because how would you feel if you were in that ring performing your butt off, and you went on your Facebook or your Instagram or your Twitter and have people saying you were the worst person to ever set foot in a ring, and you should not be wrestling? How would you feel about that? And the thing that I like about Roman, he doesn't respond a lot to the hate, but when he does, it's funny. because there was this kid who tweeted him, and I think I told you this. The kid said, "You were the worst wrestler. If you win at WrestleMania 32, I'm gonna break all my fingers. You suck. I hate you." And Roman Reigns replied back, "Well, it looks like your sex life is gonna be a joke now."
Yeah, I do
Hashtag
remember talking about that.
hashtag burn. And people
The
just
kid respond. I bet he
da
was
da da
like,
da da da. I'm deleting my Twitter.
right. Barry's like, oh crap.
I didn't expect to get a response. Like,
Yeah, he probably didn't expect that.
like if I was Roman and people just started tweeting me like that, I would respond so much and just mess with them like,
Yeah.
and just start.
But the thing is, though, is like with Roman Reigns, and I know people want these other people to be champions. First of all, we've already covered this. Vince McMahon does not care.
If
Vince
Vince
McMahon
cared,
is going to do what Vince McMahon wants.
if Vince cared, freaking everybody would be happy. Roman
Yeah.
Reigns would be getting cheered.
Yeah, and Vince has to hear these boos. If he doesn't, you can't escape them. I mean, on TV, on pay-per-views, everybody is booing. You know, not just Roman Reigns. There's just superstars that they really do boo. And this is what kills me is that, yeah, this is what kills me is that WWE will push the people who get booed, and then the people who get cheered, sometimes they're not even like they're barely pushed. They get beat. The jobbers, they lose a lot. It's just like, why are they? It's like the completely opposite of the crowd, and they just book matches that, you know, a lot of people like lose the match. Now I was surprised about Monday Night Raw. The newest as of today, you know, as of when I upload this video, the newest Raw, which would be the Raw before Money in the Bank, it was decent because they had people win who deserved to win. Sammy won.
I was so shocked. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
I was like, what? He won? And Paige won.
That was shocking.
Yeah, Paige won. I was like, I'm a big fan of Paige.
It's not even because of this Paige. Like, I want to discuss something too about the Divas real quick. If we have time. Do you care?
Yeah, sure.
What is with this whole Diva revolution when literally the Divas champion has not won a match without the help of her now gone dad?
I don't know. Honestly, with this whole Divas thing, it's just getting really, really old. And
it's just boring.
Yeah,
like,
it's not interesting.
You wonder why people don't like you guys like the perform like tongue twisted. WWE wonders why the Divas don't get like they want. I'm not talking today. Then again, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But WWE wonders why the Divas never like get like respect. It's because of you guys. Because you guys don't show them it. Like you give them like a match for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, they just gotta give the Divas more room to do what they want to do and have them be involved with the writing. That's the thing about today's wrestling is that, at least I don't think a lot of the wrestlers get to say about, you know, what's going to happen in the script. Because if they did, things would be a lot different. Because I guarantee you, they wouldn't have
if
like
superstars started acting like CM Punk, this company would be so much different. Like,
yeah, just because if they don't speak up, I mean, it's not gonna change. You know, it's just gonna be the same, the same, the same. And the thing is, though, is like, you know, Vince McMahon just does not care. I mean, we can say all we want, that we want this person to win, that we want this person to win, we want this person to lose, we want this person to win. Vince McMahon isn't gonna listen. I mean, he is a freaking, was he a millionaire or a billionaire? I can't remember, but
I think he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
He's a millionaire that should be a billionaire,
but he lost a lot of money, I think. And just he's a millionaire. The company's not gonna shut down. You know, I've heard people say that maybe the company will shut down if, you know, we don't watch Raw.
No.
You know, that's not gonna happen. They got enough WWE.com and WWE shop sales, WWE Network, books, magazines. They sell magazines. A lot of stuff is filtering through WWE right now, so they can get income, you know, with a bad rating on Raw. So
like,
that's
Raw
not
could
gonna
be,
happen.
Like, in the toilet, and they could still get like paid nonstop. Like,
yeah, and I just heard people going like, "Oh, well, maybe if we don't watch Raw, the ratings will drop. Yeah, maybe it will change WWE, but they're not going to shut down. They've already got enough money. They don't. They do need the ratings to be popular, but still, it's like they have enough money to keep the company rolling. But they should listen to the fans, and Vince McMahon doesn't want to listen to the
You
fans. He just
know,
wants to do what he wants to do.
you know, it was a stupid decision by Vince,
What?
and I know this was true because Shane said something about it. And Vince could have bought UFC. Think about that. Vince could have bought UFC.
Then he could have bought TNA too, right?
No, TNA wasn't up for
I
sale.
know, but wasn't they struggling for a while, and he helped them get back on their feet? Like he paid for them and helped them get stuff back. That's
I
just
don't know
a
about
rumor that I
that,
heard.
but all I know is he could have bought not TNA. He could have bought UFC. Think about that. He could have bought UFC. Shane told him to buy UFC, and that stubborn old man did not listen to his son. And look how much
That would have been
UFC is
weird
worth.
though.
Think about how much UFC is worth now.
Yeah.
He could have got that
Logo
at half of
and
the
everything.
price. Half of it. He could have got it for like nothing. Not even a checkbook in his like little freaking wallet with a huge amount of money. He could
Right.
have bought UFC. And literally he could have bought out everything. You could probably buy out TNA right now. And I heard TNA almost got shut down again.
They actually like I don't know 8 or 9 months ago they were going business was not going that good. And I watched TNA. I watched TNA on YouTube because I can't find it on freaking cable
Right,
anymore.
I don't know what channel.
Because it's not on Spike anymore. Yeah, it's not on Spike, so I'm not even sure. I know it's on like what was it called? Freaking I keep wanting to say it was called Pop, but I'm not sure it was called Pop. But I do know that it was something. It was some sort of TV station that I don't even remember the name to right now. But I keep wanting to say Pop, but I know it's probably not Pop because. But I don't know. But I do know they were going. They were the business wasn't going that good. But I have been watching them on YouTube, and sometimes they can get pretty stupid on TNA. Some of what they do on there is just, you know, because I kept thinking that maybe it was going to be like a lot better. It is a little bit better though because they actually listen to their fans. They actually have these people who are, successful and that and have the fans behind them win.
Jeff Hardy,
The Abyss. I can't really remember a lot of people in there, but sometimes some stupid stuff happened on there. Like there was this whole thing that happened with Willow. I guess the Willow persona escaped Jeff Hardy, and Willow went solo. And that voice they picked for him was like a very, very high pitched voice, and it was really, really annoying. And Jeff Hardy came out and told him, he's like, you can't be better than the Willow. And Jeff Hardy did the Willow character decent. This other person who did this Willow character, like basically Willow escapes Jeff Hardy or something, I don't freaking know. It was just really bad. But sometimes it can be good. I watch some TNA segments and I'm like, okay, this is good, this is good. I watch some of the stuff. I'd say probably my favorite superstar is The Abyss from there. Jeff Hardy's probably my second favorite, and Matt Hardy's third.
Jeff Hardy and all of them are my favorite. Like Jeff was always one of my favorites growing up when I first watched WWE and all that. And all I know is I heard rumors. Well, not rumors. It's probably true. He's getting up there. He wants to be done soon. Like he wants it to be over, but he wants to have that WrestleMania one more match. He wants to basically kill himself, on WrestleMania. He wants to do a Hell in a Cell match against somebody and fly off the top of the cage.
Yeah, that last extreme moment. The last hardcore moment.
Or like Jeff Hardy, and then he yells off, and then he gets inducted to the Hall of Fame.
That'd be good.
You already know he's gonna go into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time now. It's just these are people who I am sure are going into the Hall of Fame. Triple H, Randy Orton, John Cena. Um, did Christian get in the Hall of Fame?
Not yet. He
Christian
probably
should
will.
be in the Hall of Fame. He's a good wrestler. I'm not sure if he retired or
He got released by WWE.
released.
Yeah, he was still under contract, but they released him.
That's bullcrap. But
He'll be in the Hall of Fame because of Edge, but he was good on his own. Chris Jericho will be in the Hall of Fame.
yeah, definitely Chris Jericho. I'm hoping the Boogeyman gets inducted in the Hall of Fame. I'm a big fan of the Boogeyman.
What
did he
do in his career?
Well, as far as championships go, nothing. But he was a good gimmick. You know, he handled it very well. The whole worm
Then
eating.
again, I think Hurricane should be in the Hall of Fame, so I shouldn't talk.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Hurricane.
Yes.
You mean Gregory Helms?
No, Hurricane. Period.
His name is Gregory.
No, Hurricane.
There wasn't really much Gregory Helms when he
There's a
became
Hurricane.
Gregory Helms.
Hurricane was
It was
awesome.
kind of boring. I was like,
Hurricane was
where's the
better.
Hurricane?
Back to the Hurricane.
And also, I'm a big fan of Tajiri. Yoshitatsu.
You know he's gonna be in that cruiserweight thing.
WWE.
Yeah, they're doing this cruiserweight thing. The best cruiserweight in the world to compete, and Tajiri's in it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I'm a big fan of Tajiri. I'm a big fan of Yoshitatsu. I'm a big fan of. I'm gonna get probably laughed at for saying this, but I actually really enjoyed the Eugene character.
Eugene
It was
funny.
it was an entertaining character.
Whatever happened to him?
He was in there for like a year, and then he had a match with somebody. I don't remember who it was.
Because he got hurt.
And
I remember
then he
the tag
got-
team
Yeah,
with Regal.
but I remember the match he had. He lost it. He got fired. Basically, if he loses, he gets fired. He lost. He got fired. I don't know if it was just storyline, but in the show, you know, if he got beat, he got fired.
Same
And-
thing, like all these young talent that are gone now. Shelton Benjamin, he was one of my favorites.
Charlie Haas.
Charlie Haas, the Hurricane, Tajiri. They need to bring like these guys back and make them the stars. Like they did them wrong, and they need him back basically.
And then Carlito.
I
I
mean-
miss Carlito, man. He brought a lot to WWE.
He
You know,
can come back. He's just waiting
Yeah.
for a call.
did you see that video too?
Mhm.
You know, somebody interviewed him and he's like, hey, when are you gonna come back to WWE? And he's like, well, you know, I want to. I'm just waiting for them. So WWE, get Carlito back in there. He's freaking awesome.
Because WWE doesn't listen to their fans. If they make money, they make money no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
I just think they need to start listening to their fans.
But with Roman Reigns, I know we sort of talked about other things, but you know, Roman Reigns, some things need to be fixed. If he comes
Some
back,
things that needs to be not fixed, but
yeah,
he just needs a little break. And I understand people don't like him, but I'm just tired of every time he gets on. Boo. Like,
Yeah, that's-
gee, man,
because
goodness.
being a fan of like, because he's my favorite wrestler of today's current roster. My favorite wrestler of all time. It's hard to pick it, but I would have to say it's either The Rock, Shawn Michaels, or
Stone
I don't
Cold.
know, Stone Cold probably. Stone Cold, The Rock, and Shawn
Undertaker.
Michaels. And Undertaker, top 4 of my favorite wrestlers of all time. But it's hard to pick your favorite wrestler of all time. But your favorite wrestler of today's roster, I mean, my favorite wrestler of today's roster is Roman Reigns because, you know, I'm a fan of the persona. I'm a fan of the moveset. I'm a fan of where they were going. But now the gimmick is sort of, you know, he's become more talkative, not talkative, but you know, he talks more on his
It's
microphone.
just like
It's just
sometimes
not-
it depends on the crowd because sometimes he'll be getting cheered like really well, and then sometimes he'll be booing
Yeah.
out the building. Like I don't understand freaking Philadelphia. They booed him out the Rumble, and then when he like did something good, they freaking cheered him out the building. But now they booed him out the building again.
when he first won the championship, I heard a lot of people cheering. Like a lot of people were behind Roman Reigns, saying that this was a good way to go. And then something happened. I don't know if it was when he faced Dean Ambrose. I don't know if it's when he started talking more, but the fans just did not like it. And they lost support for Roman Reigns. You
Maybe
know,
it was because they thought he was weak. I'm not sure,
I don't know. I
but
mean, this is the whole WWE universe, so I'm not sure. I don't really know. I mean, it's just maybe because I'm a fan, so I don't see the problems that people say that they see. I really don't.
like if you guys know like problems, tell us and we'll talk about it. Like you guys can tell us in the
Yeah,
comments.
and then we'll talk about it in the next video. And it's just all we ask is if you guys want to make like, if you guys want to just talk and in a respectful manner, and just say, why you think that Roman Reigns, as of why you're on the fan of Roman Reigns. I mean, all we ask is just not somebody to come on here and say, look, you guys, how could you guys like Roman Reigns? He sucks. You guys suck. That's what we don't want because that's just like
Ignorant,
unnecessary. Yeah,
ignorant.
yeah, it's ignorant, and unnecessary. So, um, yeah, so that's discussing Roman Reigns. Um,
Anything else to say?
Not really. I think that's everything. But we will see you guys again on Sunday. Money in the Bank review. Fingers are crossed. I hope good things happen.
I mean, you're gonna watch it.
Yep, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna actually view a WWE pay per view after 'cause the last one I seen was Royal Rumble. And after that Royal Rumble, I was done. I was like, okay, freak this. I'm not paying for this anymore. And it wasn't because I abandoned the company. Don't try to sit there and say, oh, just because you abandoned the company. No, maybe it's because I was tired of watching these pay-per-views and paying, grant $10, but I'm still paying to watch these.
They don't have the network. If you had the network, it'd be a lot better. Because then, if you see a crap pay, you can just go on the network and watch a good one.
No, I got the network, but I just didn't like the fact that, watch these newer pay-per-views live and then WWE just goes, because this is what I hate. They just build it up. Then they just say, screw you guys, oh, you didn't win. I'm like, are you serious? That's what I hated. So I'm not abandoning the company. No, I still watch WWE. I'm still a fan of it. I still love to watch it. I just don't like to watch Raw that much because it's freaking boring. It's 3 hours long. We need to change that. And it's just not that interesting. But I still watch NXT. I love NXT. I love the pay-per-views. I mean, I loved 2015 Survivor Series. I loved Extreme Rules 2015. I love WrestleMania 31. So I still love the pay-per-views, but it was just lately. I watched Payback, not the new Payback, the old Payback. I watched Payback. That wasn't good. I watched.
Don't watch the new Payback.
Yeah. I've heard bad things about the new Payback. We did a review on it, and yeah. But I watched the Rumble. I watched Fastlane. I think I watched Battleground. I watched Hell in a No, I didn't watch Hell in a Cell. But I did watch Fastlane, which was crap. I watched,
Fastlane.
Yeah.
When Roman beat when Roman beat Daniel.
No, the newer Fastlane.
Oh,
one from last year.
No,
that's a good Fastlane.
That was the good Fastlane.
Yeah, this newer one sucked because the whole triple threat match was like.
Oh yeah, it was a triple threat match.
Between Dean, Brock, and Roman, right?
Everybody wanted Dean to win because Roman.
Yeah, that's another big thing of why they started putting Roman, because the crowd was behind Dean Ambrose, and when Roman won, it was just like,
no, they weren't behind Roman. They just didn't want him to win. If Lesnar won, if Dean won, yeah. If Roman won, we're gonna freaking riot.
And then Roman won, went to WrestleMania, won the World Heavyweight title, and ever since then it's been chaos.
It's been booze. He's been working so hard to get it, and every time he got so close to it, he would get it, and then
that's one of the reasons of why when he first won that title, I was
sad for him when he beat Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins actually.
That's why it doesn't bother me that he's champion, but I'm talking about like the majority of fans do not want him as champion.
That was his moment. In his face, it looked like it looked like he won. It looked like he was planning to win. Like you know how like they tell you who wins, who loses.
Mm,
It looked like he was gonna win, and his face said it all. He was like, "Oh my god!"
you're right.
And I felt bad for him. And same thing that happened at Survivor Series when Sheamus won Money in the Bank. That man worked so hard he got the belt again. He was at top of the world. He was so happy. And Triple H comes out. Wait, Superman punched me or spears him. And Sheamus comes out, bro kicks him like, not again.
Yeah, that's how I
This
reacted
man just
too.
got cashed in
And then
twice.
that TLC, Roman Reigns was climbing up the ladder. Sheamus won.
But Money in the Bank,
put it
Bray
on
Wyatt,
Raw.
he was like, he's
Yeah.
gonna get that. And everyone's like, yes, he's gonna win. He's gonna win Money in the Bank, Roman. And Bray Wyatt comes out, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's why when he finally won, I was behind it. I was like, yes, cool.
He's finally did
Yeah.
it. It took him 30 freaking years, but he did it.
And then like, I don't know. I mean, just
WrestleMania,
matches happen. WrestleMania happened. Ever since then, people have just been booing him. They don't want him in there.
When he had that match at WrestleMania, Nick Lesnar, everyone said it was gonna be dark, but it turned out to be great. And
I love that. Did you when you watched that live? Did you feel that intensity? I was watching that match. My heart was beating in my chest.
I was like, Roman's gonna do another
Yeah.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that's why I liked him. I was like, what? Seth Rollins? What the freak? It was just so good, and that's why one of my favorite WrestleMania.
It wasn't like WrestleMania 30 though. Like the one time that I stopped and literally just sat there for 15 to 20 minutes, just open eyes on TV, and I just sat there like, what?
Yeah.
And if you don't know, it was because Undertaker lost the streak. Like, I don't understand why is he still wrestling since he lost the streak.
Well, they're saying that he's trying to, because I guess when he beat Bray Wyatt, it was 32-1. Now that he beat Shane, it's 33-1. So the streak is still going, but no, it's not.
I don't understand. Like, I think WWE should have made him win at WrestleMania 30, win at 31, and then he should have lost against Shane.
Yeah, that would have been good.
And then Shane.
Because he can still fight, so I mean, why didn't they just, have that happen?
And Undertaker, he has a special place in my heart.
Yeah, he's a legend.
He's a legend. You don't see him perform that often. Punching freaking walls. But when you see him perform, you can't freaking say he sucks. Like I heard another thing that made me mad that wanted me to freaking throw something on the TV when WrestleMania screen was when he got up after he got F5 and 10. He got up and he was kind of like almost getting ready to cry and stuff. Like, you suck, take off. I'll be like,
yeah, right.
I'm about to come to New Orleans and beat the frick out of you.
Does not suck. In my opinion, his persona is legendary. His wrestling skills is legendary.
You cannot say Undertaker sucks. Yeah, he does the same old stuff, but when do you ever see it?
Even his mic skills, I mean, even though he doesn't say anything, when he does, it sticks with you. You remember it. You're like, hey, remember when he did that? Remember when he said this to Shawn Michaels? Remember when he said this to John Cena and
your career
Batista? Yeah.
That's the one that sticks with me because that's when I started. That's when I started watching wrestling with Shawn Michaels and Undertaker feuding. I remember watching the one Raw and he was like, if you lose at WrestleMania, your career is over. And that stuck to me. I'm like, Shawn has to win. Shawn has to win. And
remember WrestleMania 31? Like the Raw before it, the chair caught on fire, and on the board it said, when the man comes around, WrestleMania 31. And he said, you will rest in peace. And that was just, Undertaker is just such a legendary wrestler. I mean, everything, even though he doesn't talk much in the mic, when he says stuff, you remember it. Wrestling, he has legendary wrestling skills. He's a legend.
He does not break kayfabe either.
No.
He does not break it. The only time he's broken it was when Ric Flair retired. He gave the knee, he was hugging Flair, and you could see a little tear roll down his cheek. I'm like, he's crying.
The dead man?
He doesn't freaking cry.
But it was for good reason. I mean,
it's Ric Flair. Yeah. Another thing that got me happy was when he caught on fire. That was so funny. Like he was walking down and he stood on a place where a flame was gonna come up.
I heard about that
And
pyro accident.
And he stood there and the flame came up. He took off his hat and he ran to the ring. I'm like,
Well, his hat caught on fire.
no, his coat caught on fire
Oh,
like a little
crap.
bit. He was on fire for a little bit,
Oh crap!
and he was mad because he was like the last person to get in. So he took off his jacket, threw off his hat, he went in, and slammed the door, and he's like, I'm ready to go. I'm like, this man is a bitch.
But
That's another thing. Do not hate them in real life. Hate their gimmick. Leave it out there. Don't be on Facebook saying
yeah,
dying.
that's what we're trying to get to. In this, that's the thing about this video is when it comes to Roman Reigns is that just people just like despising him and saying he's talentless. I've heard people say he can't wrestle, he can't do this, he can't do that, and saying and just I've seen videos of the crowd like spit like not spitting at him, but pushing him and saying all these really mean things to him. And I get it, you don't know him as champion, but still, it's like still, I mean, he still is
Good person.
yeah, I mean, he still is out there defending the title, nightly,
Like I said,
night after night,
I want to see how you would do out there in front of all them people watching in the ring at home, and you would sit there probably shaking in your boots. You couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Only them guys can do it. You can say they suck. You can hate their gimmick, but don't hate them as a human being.
Especially if it's their birthday. They want to go, oh, worst champion ever, birthday, the worst champion ever. That's
like
not
if
necessary.
If it was his birthday, I'd be like, happy birthday, Miz.
Yeah, but happy birthday,
I'd be like, I want to punch you, but I can't.
Yeah.
But he's a goofball. I give him that. He's a goofball. Outside of the ring, he's a big goofball. And that's kind of grown on me. Like, when I watched Swerve and how goofy he was, that kind of grew on me. I'm like, you can't hate him. You hate their gimmick. Like, I hate his gimmick to death, but as a person, I hate that man. You can't hate John Cena because all the things he does for them kids. You can't hate freaking Miz because he's so goofy sometimes, dumb. Yeah. You can't hate Rowan because he's not a good champion or whatever. He's a kind-hearted man. He stops, gives you pictures where he can be like, no, I gotta get out of here. He can sign stuff for you. Same thing with Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins. You can't just hate them. You can hate their gimmick to death, but you can't hate them as a human freaking being. They're not perfect. They're gonna screw up. Like I said, if one of you were out there, and I swear, if some ignorant person got me in the comments, they're gonna be like, "How could I could do that with my eyes closed?" Yeah, I'd like to see you try.
Because it's just I've seen videos of people who said things, and I've seen videos of people in the crowd, and I've heard the crowd chant. They've actually had to mute the crowd a lot because they boo him so bad. They had to mute the crowd, or I think so. Like they had to do something with the cameras to mute the crowd. And there's even a sign. If you watch one of these videos, there's a sign in the background that says, "We do not need to be muted," or something like that. Basically saying they'll be muted, but it's just, I get it. People don't want him as the world heavyweight champion. That's fine, but there's a certain limit, to what you can just say and how you say it. And people like just assaulting Roman Reigns, like not assaulting him physically, but just saying these things about him and saying and just it's just too much. I mean, I get it. You don't want him to be champion, okay, but still to go on social media on his birthday and to go on videos and go on everything and say how he's talentless, say how there's no hope for Roman Reigns, he can't do this, he can't. It's your opinion, I get that, but still, there's a certain limit.
Like, don't be an ignorant
person. You can give your opinion all you want. You can say how he doesn't wrestle good. You can say how he isn't a good champion, but still, I mean,
the world would
the whole
be
Facebook
a
thing, social media,
people would just stop and think before they post something on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Like, if you don't like the gimmick, say you don't like the gimmick. Say you don't want to say he sucks, but don't be like, okay, you suck, you're talentless, you can't wrestle, you're not good on the mic, blah 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 blah. Don't freaking be doing that crap. You can go like I don't care. You can go on Facebook and say, oh, you suck. Big whoop, nobody cares.
Yeah.
But you're gonna freaking he's talentless, he's spineless, he sucks, like he's terrible, he's a person that's taken overboard.
And especially if you're like, because I've seen videos of people who said this too. If you're a fan of Roman Reigns, then how dare you? Why are you a fan of Roman Reigns? I've seen videos of people saying, uh, first of all, they say how they hate Roman Reigns, and they say, and if anybody out there likes Roman Reigns, you guys must be stupid. You guys must be idiotic. That's what I hate too, because like if we're fans, we can be fans. It's our opinion.
Like you could be a fan of the men, and you could be getting mad at me for how much of a hate it's given,
Yeah.
and I don't care.
But we're not on here saying, oh, if you like the Miz, you freaking suck, because it's not right to say that. It's just stupid and unnecessary. It's stupid and it's unnecessary to say that.
All the time. You gotta think before you type, because if you look, like let's say you're typing this big old paragraph saying how much you hate Roman Reigns, then you stop and you think, what if I was this man? What if I was in his shoes? What would I do? You click the backspace, and all you say is you suck. Simple.
Yeah.
You don't care. But saying a whole paragraph about something stupid is ridiculous and idiotic. Think before you type, and think before you say too. Just don't say something stupid. Because one day one of these guys is gonna snap and hit a fan like CM Punk did, and he didn't even mean to hit that guy. I felt bad.
And that guy didn't even hit him. It was the guy behind him.
Yeah, a little guy in the white, whoever that guy is, you're a little PG.
But yeah,
Like,
I mean, it's just
don't put your hands on the performers. That's another thing. I've seen a girl push him. Like I would, if I was Roman Reigns, I would have done something, and I would have probably been in jail.
yeah. Oh yeah. Also, guys, don't get in the middle of the ring. Don't jump over the barriers and get in the middle of the ring.
Oh
The security will spear you, and they will get
so
you out of
funny.
here.
It was him. It was against the Wyatt family. It was him and Dean, and that guy jumped in. I was like, is that their partner?
Yeah.
He got speared. I'm like, never mind.
He got speared by security, and he just threw him over the wall. So guys, don't do that
He just
either.
looked at Roman too. Roman was like,
I remember when John Cena and The Miz were feuding, and The Miz knocked John Cena out, and the John Cena fan got in the ring and stared at The Miz like that, and they caught it on TV and everything. The Miz was like,
what do I do?
yeah, he was like, he was trying to stay in character, but he was just like, looked at him like this, and
That's when I
it
was laughing my butt off. Latino fan jumped in the ring. I'm like,
and he stood like he's gonna fight him. He was like all confident, and he just jumped out the ring when security got, and he was just like, oh, bro.
I remember the one that was really funny. Had a kid backstage, and it was when Batista was in. Batista was warming up, and the kid came by, and he was like, and like Batista looked at him like this, and like he took off because security was running, and he just started laughing. He was just like, stupid.
Yeah. But what we're trying to say here, guys, is that think about what you type before you type. And there's a certain limit to what you can say. I mean, I get it. People have opinions. It's totally fine if you guys have your opinion about Roman Reigns. But, to say if you're a fan of Roman Reigns, then you suck. To say that Roman Reigns is, spineless and all these terrible things, it's kind of unnecessary. And to get on social media and comment stuff like that, it's just not necessary. But anyways, guys, that's all for this video. I think is that everything.
That's everything I want to talk about. I'm tired.
Yeah, me too. So
It's 1 o'clock in the goddamn morning.
yeah, right.
Almost 2.
Staying up late doing this little video, but we'll have it uploaded probably tomorrow.
We're tired of all the hate.
Yeah. I wish we were just thinking about that, because it was like, hey, did you hear about this Roman Reigns thing on Facebook about his birthday? I was like, no, and then he told me about it. And gosh dang! And I was like, I seen this video where people are punching him, not punching him, but pushing him, saying things to him out in the crowd, and he mentioned that the girl pushed him. Just all these terrible things that didn't need to happen. There's a certain limit, and think about what you type before you type, and that's pretty much it. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching this broadcast. I am Horrorboy465, the Explorer of Horror here, with
My
who?
me.
Colton, and thanks for watching the video, guys, and we will see you guys, well, on our review for Money in the Bank. And I'll see you guys on the next
Sunday.
review. Bye, guys.